This shop makes more than $9,000 per month selling digital wedding invitations on Etsy, and there are dozens of other shops like it. Today I'll show you how to design these invitations from the lowest to the highest skill level, and with a little touch-up work we can create some truly unique designs that stand out from the competition. I also have a couple of free Midjourney prompts in the description which you can use to generate your own products, along with a ready-made Canva template that you can customize or sell even as it is. So without further ado, let's get into the video. If you're new to the channel, my name is Mark and I've been running a wedding photography agency for more than 3 years. Besides working in the industry, my wife and I had our wedding last year, and I know just how much a wedding can end up costing once you add up all the services, especially the little things like flowers, menu cards, seating charts, and invitations. When we planned our wedding, we tried to save money where we could, so we bought these do-it-yourself digital templates from Etsy. Essentially, you buy the template and change up the text for your own use and just print it out. By doing this, we ended up saving, I believe, close to $500. And working in this industry, I know a lot of couples who buy these from Etsy because they'd rather save on this than the photographer or the venue or the dinner. So I know for a fact that this is an extremely lucrative business, and just to prove my point, this other Etsy shop has made close to $400,000 in 3 years, which amounts to $365 a day by making and selling these exact products. And the process of making these is super simple. I'm going to show you 3 ways you can make this product using a combination of free and paid tools. We're going to add our own unique twist in the third method that will make us stand out from the majority of the competition currently doing this. For the paid tools, which are optional, you will need just the $10 Midjourney subscription and the $13 Canva Pro subscription. So the first method, and arguably the easiest, is using the free version of Canva. We're going to use this bestseller invitation as our inspiration because this listing alone is generating the shop almost $2,000 per month. As you can see, the template is super simple, but the selling point is that it includes 3 cards: the invitation itself, an RSVP card with a QR code, and a detail card with all the information. So starting with the invitation card itself, we're gonna head over to canva.com and create a design in the size of 5 × 7 inches. Before starting the design, we want to make sure we go to File, View Settings, and click on Show Print Bleed. We're going to place all of our design elements within these margins to ensure that it's suitable for printing. And since the invitation itself is almost completely text-based, we're only going to add text elements to our design. And really, the hardest part is only this curved text here, which Canva actually makes easy to do. So I'm gonna add the text for the 2 names and pick my font from this menu. I'm just looking for an elegant and simple font here. Then I'm going to add the "and" word here between the 2 names, and from the font menu, I'm looking for cursive fonts, so I'm gonna type cursive and just pick one from the list. Now we need this curved text at the top here, so I'm going to add another heading, type in the text, and under effects, I'll pick the curve shape right here. You can adjust how much curvature you want and just place the text accordingly. Then we're just going to add the rest of the text in, and also this line, which you can add from the Elements tab right here. And we're pretty much done with the invitation at this point. Now I'm definitely not telling you to copy and sell this exact design, I'm just showing you how easy it is to create an invitation in Canva. Always add your own touch to designs and make sure not to copy anybody directly. Next, for the RSVP card, we will create a blank design at the size of 5 × 3.5 inches. And again, you just want to ensure you design within these print bleed margins. Now we're gonna do the same thing as before. We'll add all our text and lines accordingly, and we can copy over the names from the invitation card we just did to the RSVP card. For the QR code, we can use a free website called QR Code Generator. The couple would need to generate their own QR code to their website, but for our design, we'll just add a text like "Thank you for purchasing," and it will generate a code for us, which we can then download and place into our RSVP card. Finally, for the details card, we'll create a design in the size of 4 × 6 inches and just place all the text and lines like we did before. Now all that's left is to share all these 3 templates with a couple. To do that, go to Share and select Template Link. You'll just copy the template links for all 3 cards, place the link into a Word document, and upload that file to your Etsy listing. Now if you want to skip all this designing, I have these exact Canva templates available for free in the description, so you can just take them, customize them, and sell them as your own templates. All I ask is that you like this video and subscribe to let YouTube know you enjoy this type of content. Now, besides just the text design, we can get more creative and use Midjourney to generate some elegant floral designs for our invitations. I'm sure you know by now that Midjourney is a text-to-image AI tool that can generate an image based on a single line of text or a prompt. To get started, head on over to midjourney.com and click on Join the Beta. You will need to register on Discord, which is completely free, and if you want to stay organized like me, you will need to create your own private server and add the Midjourney bot. To do that, click on Add a Server, create my own for me and my friends, and finally name your server. Then go to Midjourney, click on the bot and add to server. Then just select the server you created. You'll find your server on the left and you can start giving Midjourney your first prompt. Now again, we want to see what other successful shops are doing, so I found this bestseller listing that uses watercolor floral arrangements in their invitations. To get these designs, we'll type /imagine and we need to use some specific keywords in our prompt for the best results. The on a white background part is the most important, since we will need to remove the background of the image later on. I have 10 prompts in my free guide in the description for different floral designs which you can use. Once you have one you like, just hit upscale on the corresponding image and save it to your computer. Before we add the flowers to the invitation we just created previously, we need to remove the background. We can do that with a free AI background remover, or if you are using the paid version of Canva, you can do it straight there by going to Edit Photo and selecting the background remover. To finish up, just place the floral arrangements to all the cards and you're pretty much ready to sell them. Now, a really unique way to design and sell these invitations is by adding these custom watercolor illustrations of the wedding venue. Basically how it works is the couple sends you a photo of their venue, or you can download it online and you transform it into a watercolor version and add that to the invitation. It's easier to do than it actually sounds, and this Etsy shop is making $1,500 per month with this method. To make similar designs you will need Photoshop or a free alternative called Photopea. I'll be using Photoshop for this demonstration because it's faster, but the steps are almost exactly the same for Photopea as well. If you haven't used these programs before, don't worry, this is super simple and I will cover it step by step. The best thing about it is you do it once and you can repeat it for multiple pictures with a single click. So first of all, you want to make sure you have a landscape oriented photo for this to work well. And within Photoshop, I'm gonna go to File, Open, and I'll just open a photo I downloaded from a stock photography website. Now the first thing I'm going to do is go down here, right click and convert to Smart Object. After that, we're gonna go to Filter and Filter Gallery. And we're going to pick the dry brush filter up here and make sure the numbers on the right are 10, 10, and 1. Click OK. Next, we're gonna go to Filter Gallery again and click on the Sponge filter. Your settings here should be 2, 12, and 5. Click OK to apply the filter. Next, we're gonna go again to Filter, but this time we go to Stylize and select Oil Paint. Your settings here should be 4, 2.3, 0.8, 10, and the lighting box should be ticked. Hit OK to apply the effect. Now the photo looks already quite good, but we're going to add a couple more things to make it extra special. In the description, I have a link to a couple of Photoshop assets, this watercolor texture, a white background, and a watercolor brush file. Go ahead and download all of these. First, we're going to add the white background on top of our photo. So just drag and drop the white background into Photoshop and resize it to cover the whole picture. Then down in the right side here, change the blending option from normal to multiply. After that, we'll add the watercolor texture by dragging and dropping over our white background. Resize the watercolor texture to cover the whole canvas and change the blending option from normal to overlay and set the opacity to 40%. Then go to your picture layer and holding the Alt or Option key, click on this Add Vector Mask right here at the bottom. Next, we're gonna import the watercolor brush file by going to Window, Brushes, and on the right here, click on these lines and select Import Brushes. Navigate to the watercolor brush file you just downloaded and click on Open. Once it's imported, you're gonna go to the brush tool here on the left, and at the top, you can open the watercolor brushes folder and you'll have all your watercolor brushes here. Now I prefer using the medium brush and set a size of about 1000. After that, you'll just start painting over the white background to reveal the image. Make sure not to paint all the way to the borders of the frame, just leave a bit of white background on each side. Now the cool thing about this is we can replace this image and not have to repeat the same process again if we want to do another image. So if I double click on my image down here, it will open it up in a new tab. And I can just drag and drop another image on top of this, resize the image to fit the whole canvas, hit enter. File and save, and it will update our watercolor image with the new picture. Now all that's left is to export this image as a JPEG by going to File, Export As, select JPEG up here, and set the highest quality. Now we can go to Canva, add our watercolor image into the invitation, and we're done. Apart from watercolor images, there's really a lot of unique invitations you can create with Photoshop, like this one that includes a drawing of the couple or this custom map design. If you'd like me to cover more designs you could sell, drop me a comment down below, and if about 20 people comment, I'll make a dedicated video on that. Now with any business, there are obviously pros and cons. The reality of digital downloads is that you need lots of listings for Etsy's algorithm to pick up your shop and show your products to customers. You will spend weeks and maybe even months just designing and uploading listings, so this is not a get-rich-fast scheme by any means. The good news is, as like with most of these shops, it usually takes just one design to reach success on Etsy. And hopefully you can see how creating these 3 styles of bestseller wedding invitations, you can increase your chances of making your first sale and potentially growing your shop to 6 figures. Thanks so much for watching, appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.